All right, so today I'm going to be comparing the real Tandemkross Cthulhu to the brand new Airsoft Tandemkross Cthulhu by Lancer Tactical. Now, for the YouTube reviewer here, this gun is completely unloaded. There is nothing in the gun, right? So it's all safe. And I'm not going to be disassembling this. This is just here as a visual aid to show the similarities between the two and all that sort of thing. All right. So on my personal one, I have pretty much all of the bells and whistles here. So I have the front thumb ledge, I have the extended slide catch, I have the extended thumb safety, I have the halo charging handle, I got the extended magazine release, and then the victory trigger. And then I also have the actual Cthulhu frame on here as well. With I have the 1911 style grip panels, which are different than what the Airsoft Replica has, but this is just the option that I chose. And then on the Airsoft one, you obviously have the front thumb ledge, extended slide catch, thumb safety, the magazine release, and then the victory trigger, all included. And then this uses this is sort of stylized after the wraparound grips that Tandemkross offers. So this is just a different style than what I chose for mine. Oh, it also has the halo charging handle as well. But basically you have all of the features that you typically would have with the, if you want to go all out with all the Tandemkross stuff. All right. You do also have a front fiber optic, and then you have rear fiber optics that are windage and elevation adjustable on the Airsoft version. On mine, I just have the front. That is the fiber optic. I don't have a fiber optic rear. I just have a normal rear on mine, but that just is what I have because I use a red dot on here. Now, the Airsoft one does come with a top rail included in the box to add optics onto. It also comes with an RMR adapter that replaces the rear sight on here. So you could definitely run optics on this if you want to. I just have those taken off because for right now, I'm going to be using this gun with iron sights just for right now. But later I might switch to using an optic, but just right now this is what my choice is. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, they are very similar, and then they're pretty much all in the exact same places. So your muscle memory and all that sort of thing is going to carry over between the two. So this is both a stepping stone from Airsoft to real guns. If you like this type of replica, you might want to get a real version that represents it in the same way, especially if you're into competing and stuff like that. And then vice versa, if you're into real guns, this is a good training aid. This is something that you can practice inside your house or your backyard, somewhere where you can't shoot a real gun. You can typically shoot this. Obviously, if it's going to be outside of your house, check with your city, make sure that you're not going to break any laws by shooting it outside. But typically, for the most part, you can shoot this in your backyard or inside your house and stuff like that. And then, so obviously the Airsoft guns use different ammo than the real guns. The real guns are going to have a very skinny magazine because it's just a 22 LR. The Airsoft one is going to have a pretty big magazine, right? Because the Airsoft one has to hold gas inside of the magazine. And as far as dimensions are concerned of the grip here, it may look like it's a big difference, right? Because the hole where the magazine goes into is bigger, obviously. But if you put them next to each other, there's not much difference when you take into account the grip panels. So as far as dimensions wise, it's pretty dang close. It can't really be any closer just because with Airsoft, you need to have a large amount of gas for a blowback gun to operate. And now this gun is full blowback, so it does operate exactly like the real one does. So when you put the magazine in, and then when you rack it, it will lock open on an empty magazine because it's empty, but there's gas in here so I can demonstrate. But when you shoot it, the slide is going to fully reciprocate. And then if it's on an empty magazine, it will lock back on your last shot. Just like so, right? So you can definitely practice doing your reloads if you want to do that. It is going to be obviously a way bigger magazine, but it's going to function the same way. So when you put the magazine in, obviously you can practice hitting the side catch and then putting your thumb back on the front ledge and stuff like that if you want to. But yeah, I mean, this side is bare because obviously on the real gun, it is also just completely empty. There's nothing on the right side of the gun, because I think this is like a right hand only gun. So the other side's completely bare, but that's just how the real one is. And obviously they're replicating it. Now the upper is different. So like in the real guns, obviously you have, it's a Ruger Mark IV that you upgrade with all the Tandemkross parts. Airsoft, it's a little bit different. Lancer Tactical doesn't have the Ruger license, so they can't do the upper as a Ruger Mark IV. So they went with a different design, but it's essentially the same thing. It just is, it looks different, right? So it's sort of the Tandemkross Cthulhu design. I'm not sure if they're going to make a real gun that's the same as this or not. I don't know anything about that, but this is a little bit different than the Mark IV, obviously, as far as the looks and stuff like that is concerned. But operation will be all the same that you're used to. All right. And then now I will show you guys real quick for some of the real shooters that are not super familiar with airsoft guns. I'll sort of quickly show how to load the magazines. So on the bottom, there is a hole in the middle with a, it's like a fill valve, basically. In the front of the magazine, there will either be, this is not the mag that comes with the gun, this is a different magazine, but the one that comes with the gun will have like a slot, and then it has a hole. You need to fill through the hole, obviously, with your green gas, and then basically it just goes straight up and down into the hole. If the magazine's sideways or upside down, that is not good. You need to have the gas straight up and down, gas on top, magazine on bottom when you fill it. And then it will just fill. It takes about 10 seconds or so to fill. If you feel like you're not getting enough shots out of the magazine, it could be because you have some air in the magazine that needs to be purged. If you need to purge it, just plug the gas into the hole, press down, and then on this button right here, you can press it and that will release the gas. And that if you press down with the can into the gun or press the can into the magazine, injecting gas, and hold down the button, that will purge it and will get rid of any sort of air bubble, and then you will be able to be good to go. But you shouldn't have to worry about that, but it is a possibility, so I'm just gonna let you know that. Loading the BBs is way easier on these than it is on real guns. You could load them through the top Phillip if you want to, but the easiest way is to grab onto the follower and you pull all the way down, and then you can just drop the BBs in through the bottom. There's a gap at the bottom that it's wide enough to drop BBs into, and then make sure you angle it down so the BBs fall down, obviously, and then they'll line up. If there are gaps in here, that's totally fine. It just means you're getting less shots. It doesn't actually cause any malfunctions by having a gap in the magazine. You will notice this when you actually load it. If you drop them in here through the back, there's a chance for it to not perfectly double stack, and there will be like empty spaces, but that's totally fine. It's not a big deal at all. Then also on the airsoft gun, there is the thing that stabilizes the BB is going to be backspin that's applied to the BB, and it'll apply lift. And basically you want to make sure that the BB flies straight as far as possible before you sight in your gun. To adjust the backspin on the BB to make it fly straight, it is inside of here. There's a little wheel right here. It's hard to see on camera, I know, I'm sorry. But it's like a little gear. Basically, you turn it either way, and that will either adjust up or down for the amount of hop that you apply. So you will need to make sure that your gun is shooting straight with the hop up before you set your gun in. Once it's shooting straight, you set your gun in, and it's pretty good to go, unless you change BB weights. If you change BB weights, you will have to possibly adjust that again. But yeah, I mean, that's about it. I don't think I have much else to go over with you guys here. I just wanted to quickly do this for your like competitive shooters, real shooters that are looking for a training aid. Also, people that just want to see how the authenticity is between the two and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, that is pretty much it for me. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I can always make another video to answer questions. But yep, so left is the real one. Right is the airsoft one. Obviously a little bit different like finishes, but they essentially have all the same features going on both of them. All right, that is that. Have a nice day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if this video was useful for you. And make sure you check out the link down below. That is a link to our Discord server, and you are welcome to join. All right, have a nice day.